wasn't gonna make a video today, but I just had to get this off my mind because it's weighing heavy on me, right? So everyone knows that I'm on tour right now, and I had a show in my hometown yesterday in Brooklyn, where I'm from, New York. It might be a little loud, and I apologize for that in advance, but I just want to talk about this topic of support and how vital it is for people to have that. You know what I mean? So I sent out a mass email, fucking chat, messages to everybody and their mother, letting them know, hey, I even told people like way in advance, and I'm not one to really do that because I'm kind of used to not people not showing up for shit when I be like, hey, pop out, boom, 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 right? And I took the time out of my day to individually send messages to people like, hey, pop out, I'm doing a show with DeVito, I'm in your city, y'all told me to let you know when I'm out here, we out here, I need y'all to pop out, show love, you know what I'm saying? And not gonna lie, like 95% of the area, people just bailed out and they had something to do, you know what I mean? Money wasn't right, and I could understand that, but it's like, I don't know. I always come through and I show love to everybody when it comes to like me popping out to them. I could be in Houston or Vegas and I will fly all the way to New York to come support somebody, you know what I'm saying? And it don't matter. Like if I have the time, space to do it and there's not some intervening with it, I'll literally fly across the country. And I know everybody doesn't have the availability I have because I live a very privileged life, being that I'm a content creator, right? And I make a decent amount of money, right? But at the same time, it's like these tickets weren't like $500; they were like $100. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you're supposed to like $100 a light fee. It's not a light fee for a lot of people, and that's understandable. But with the friends that I have, I know that they have like a decent amount of bread or whatever, right? And it's just like for a DeVito show, this is my first time being on tour. I don't know if I'm feeling entitled or anything, but I don't know. I guess I expected people to be there, especially the ones that said that they would pop out and make it. And I'm sorry if I'm not making eye contact with the camera. I just feel weird being outside and talking. But I really wanted to get this out my chest. But there's a lot of people that say, yeah, we're going to be there. Boom, 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 boom. The day comes, crickets. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm not surprised. But it's like, this is why I don't be telling people about the shit that I do. And I really just be to myself. I get my shit, I get it done. I do like these big accomplishments and I just really keep it to myself. I celebrate my own wins and all that. And it kind of got me starting to think like, this is not for anybody that genuinely has something to do or couldn't make it because of financial reasons. Like I could reciprocate with that, I could understand that. But I'm talking about people that really ain't have nothing to do. They said they was gonna pop out, and then the day came, nope, they ain't pop out, right? And these are people that I've known for a long time, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about none of the guys, because I know they got their own shit going on. That's my boys for life. But yeah, it's just crazy, and it made me start thinking like, my parents never showed up for none of my shows, none of the shit that I did. They ridiculed me for that shit. They always ask me, even when I'm doing the DeVito tour now, and I'm on tour, and I have no signs of financial struggle. I've not once asked them for money since I've moved out the house. They always ask me, when are you gonna go to college? I'm just like, bro, after all this shit that I did so far, and I'm continuously improving in my craft as a content creator, as an artist, and I'm getting more money, whatever the fuck, you still asking me that question? So it's just like, it makes me think about like so many other things, and like the relationships that I've been in, the friendships that I've acquired, and it's all stemming from a place of like, I think it's like a void that I'm trying to fill, because now that I think about it, this is just a theory that I've came up with, right? I'm getting into a bunch of these relationships, and I'm just talking about girlfriend shits right now. And it's like, I feel like, I guess, whole when I do get in one, because it's like the most intimate thing that I am in at the moment. And then I I guess the way I would say is that I would allow bullshit to happen in the relationship in exchange for companionship or knowing someone is close to me or have that intimacy, that level of intimacy. So with the intimacy comes with a load of bullshit. And instead of being like, I'd rather stand alone and protect my peace, I started, you know what I'm saying, going for companionship and going for the girlfriends, going for friends, despite them like disrespecting and just letting it roll off my shoulder because I'm like, at least I got a friend, you know what I'm saying? At least I got a girlfriend. But now it's like, after what kind of happened yesterday, I was already on this timing, like for a little bit, but now like yesterday kind of really solidified it for me because I'm like, bro, I will move mountains for people, bro, just to pop out. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like, hey, I gotta pay $100 to get in, bro, I'm gonna make it shake. I remember I flew out for one of my, this is just a level of how, like, I'ma support my niggas. You know what I'm saying? My boy had a music video the next, like a day after. I flew in, and then I partaked in the music video because he said, yo, I really need you to pop out. I said, I bet I'll be over there. I flew in the next day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to do that. I could have been like, yeah, I ain't really doing that. I'm far, da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, if bro say he need me, bro, I'm gonna pop out, you know what I'm saying? And I just wish, like, I'm not talking about him particularly, because you already know what it is, that's Brodo, you know what I'm saying? But I wish, like, people had the same energy for me, at least the friends that I have now. I wish that it was more consistent across the board. So now I'm just sitting back and I'm like, boom, I was on stage with DeVito yesterday. Everybody's congratulating me on Instagram to stand the third, boom, 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 bow. But it's like, I sent the email out, text messages, fucking Instagram DMs to like a good 40 people, and only 3 people came. And that's because I got them comp tickets, which is basically free tickets. Everybody else, it was like, hey, I may not have, and I let them know, I said, I may not have free tickets. So this is what it's looking like. And I let them know before the show, and even the day of the show, the tickets was like $100, like damn near next to the stage. So I'm just like, I feel like a lot of the support now is basically by choice, and it's just kind of daunting, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's crazy. And I don't know, I'm just kind of at a disbelief. Well, not disbelief, because I don't know, like, it's weird. It's weird, like, this is why I don't get excited about shit no more. I don't like I don't really be like jumpy about shit, because it's like a lot of this shit I just do it for me, and it's like I low-key kind of accomplished everything that I've wanted to accomplish so far. This was like really a side quest for me. I didn't have to go on tour, but I was like, let me do it, because, you know, it was something that I wanted to do, but I don't need to do it per se. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. And it kind of lit up another fire in me just to get on stage. And even while I'm on stage, man, it's like I wasn't able to fully be present, because I'm just like, damn, bro, ain't no, like, my city ain't pop out. And then I'm looking at the other dancers, their family is there, their friends is there, and it's like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for the people that came for me, but it's like, I don't know, man. It's weird, because it's like the people I expected to come didn't really show up, and they ain't say nothing like, hey, but nothing. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's wild, you know what I'm saying? So it just got me thinking, pardon the noise, it just got me thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really need to start, not even start, it's just like, it be feeling like it's me against the world a lot of the times, bro. And then people ask me, oh, why you so distant? Why you so aloof? Why you so boom, 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 boom? But it's like, every time I let people in and be like, hey, pop out, small requests, pop out to the show, pop out to this, pop out to that, it's like I gotta pull teeth for people to support me. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's like, hey, I'll support you. Even if I'm across the world, I'll fly in. You feel me? But I guess, like, again, everybody doesn't operate like me. And again, I'm not looking for no pity party, none of that. I'm just expressing myself because this is what this channel is. And yeah, this is where I'm at right now. It's kind of, I'm enjoying the tour, but I don't think I'm enjoying it as much as I should be, because like every show that I do, it's really just me, the other dancers, and the crowd. And when I get on that stage, it just feels like an emotional release for me. Like, I don't know, instead of a performance. I mean, it helps that I do have that kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a feeling of like, and then the whole, you know, the crowd feels it. Like, it's like an emotional release. And that's why I started dancing, because it takes me away from the present moment. So the fact that I get to do it on a big stage with Davido is dope. Is it coming from a place of joy though? Not really. I would be lying if it's like entirely, it's like a mixture of like gratefulness and like despair. I don't know if that makes sense, because it's like, I don't know. You too, you have a good one, man. Yes. But yeah, it's difficult for me to like, I don't know what I'm saying right now. It's weird, bro. Like, it just kind of, like, I don't know why I'm shocked, because I'm used to it, but it's like, this was the one time I've like personally went out my way to invite individual people, and I'm like, yeah, they're gonna pop out, it's gonna be crazy. I guess the expectation was just like what led to the disappointment. And it's not like fuck them, like, it's not like fuck people, it's not all of that, but it's like, it just puts me in another mindset, like, yeah, like, I'm at a point where it's like, if they not showing me, if people are not bending their spine over to do something for me, I'm not about to do the same. I'm not gonna overextend myself. I'm not gonna say yes to things when I want to say no. I'm gonna be honest about whatever it is that I'm feeling. If somebody asks me, oh, fucking, is your favorite color blue, or like, what do you think about that slice of pizza? And be like, that shit was ass. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, it was alright, you know what I'm saying? Instead of saying like, I ain't really like it, it's not really my vibe. Like, the sugar coating, just trying to be nice and all that. Like, I think that part of it is kind of like that. It's sealed. And there's a lot of people that ask me, bro, I want you to go back to the happy version of you that you've been when you were younger. It's like, how can you do that when you're constantly like shown how grimy the world is, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you try to be the light, but it's like, it ain't enough. Like, I'm not gonna be a terrible person, because that's not who I am fundamentally. But it's like, I gotta be selective of who has access to that kind of energy, and then everybody else is just gonna get this. It's just like, it's good, how you doing, nice to meet you. I'm not about to be like, hey, how you doing, nice to meet you. I'm not about to do that no more. And a nigga just tired, real shit. And I low-key can't wait for the tour to be over, just so I could like kind of come back and just recalibrate, and not even recalibrate, just reevaluate, do some introspection or something, you know. And even now, when it comes to like women and female nature, like, I don't even, let me not say female nature, it's just like dating. Let me say dating, because it's fucked up on both sides, I'm not gonna lie. But dating in general, like, I don't even, like, I'm at a point where if it ain't coming to me, I'm not about to reach out and be like, hey, I think you're attractive. I'm not about to do all that. Like, a nigga is tired, bro. I am tapped. And yeah, bro, like, if I see something that I like, I might say, hey, I think you're gorgeous, boom, but that'll be as far as it go. Like, if I'm not getting energy from it, I'm not doing it. If disrespect comes from it, if a weird look comes after it, I'm not gonna pursue it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm at a point where I don't even want to like. I don't even want to date. I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I don't want to date. I just want to get my money, go to a bar, have a little drink every now and then, go to parties, dance it out, and till death do us part. Real shit. Yeah. I don't even know where to take this video because it's like I'm kind of going through the emotions right now, and I don't know if I'm being hypersensitive about it, but I don't know. It's just weird. I guess having that expectations for people to pop out after like having constant reassurance that people don't come out is where like I'm a dumbass for even thinking like, hey, why the fuck would you send out 40, take the time out your day to send out a blast of text messages for people to not come out again, right? The same people that came like years ago is the same people that came now. And if I hadn't gotten them the free tickets, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have came because, they have financial issues, which is fine. It's just fine, right? I think their budget was a little tight or whatever, right? Which is fine. Life is hard in 2025. I understand that. But people that said that they were gonna come, I sent them the link and they didn't pop out way before the date even came out. It's wild. It's just wild to me. And I guess I'm just trying to fill that void of like, hey, my parents never came to none of my shows. I personally didn't invite my parents to my graduation because I was just kind of over the whole shit. And a lot of people's gonna be like, oh, that was some dumbass shit that you just did. I mean, if you were in my shoes, you probably would have done the same thing. And my parents did the best that they could. They're Haitian, so they have a very Caribbean way of thinking. And I used to dye my hair a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have tattoos on my face, tattoos on my hands, You know what I'm saying? Not really the ideal way that a Haitian household would want their son to look, right? They want you to have a ball cut, no lineup, and be like, yeah, that's the look right there. When it's like, nigga, I don't want to look like that. Why can't you accept me for the way I want to express myself, right? So me being at graduation, expressing myself, doing a whole dance routine as a valedictorian speech, it's like, why would I put myself in that space when they constantly told me, hey, dancing is not it, and I went to a performing arts school. Why would I invite somebody to my special day and fuck it up? You know what I'm saying? So that was my line of thinking, like, hey, I don't want to invite them because first of all, I've been ridiculed for wanting to pursue the arts. I've been called gay by my dad, and the funny thing about it is, I remember when I first got my ears pierced, it was like a whole thing. Called me gay, this, that, and the third. But the funny thing is now is like, I don't know if he's going through like a midlife crisis or some shit, but he got his ears pierced now. He's got chains and shit. And I'm just looking at him like, damn, this motherfucker's a hypocrite. Like, I went through the emotional trauma of being like damn near disowned mentally. I wasn't like thrown out the house. There was an instant where I was locked out of the house because I wanted to go outside and be a young man. I was dancing with my homies outside, just doing, cool shit. And I got locked out because I was out for too long. I was out till like 7, 8 o'clock. And it was like, nah, he want to be grown, he's gonna stay outside. So I climbed through the fire escape. My brother let me in through the window. And yeah, but yeah, the whole shit was over. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, my fault. But yeah, he was just having a whole breakdown. And then my mom, I remember when I went to a goddamn doctor's appointment with my mom, and my hair was like red. And then she just started breaking down and crying in front of the doctor. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? Nothing happened. And then I guess she was like ashamed of how I looked or some shit like that. I don't know. It was just like some weird context. And I'm not trying to like throw any bad like energy towards my parents because I am who I am because of them. I'm here because of them. But I'm not gonna sit here and cap and act like the shit was all rainbows and sunshine, right? That shit had an effect on me, and it's a byproduct of who I am today, right? And I don't think we talk about that enough. So when shit like this happens, like I don't be too worked up about it, but I do be disappointed. I'm not gonna crash out on the world and shit. That's just not how I roll. I used to do that in high school. I would like flip the middle finger at people and just I was fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. But it was an excuse to like be a jackass to my friends and things of that nature. And you know, I apologize for a lot of the things that I've done. I'm not a perfect human being, obviously. And I realized like even getting in a relationship, I'm not 100%. It's not even the wisest thing for me to do because I'm basically going to be running around looking for my parents' love in the world or in my spouse or in my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? And that's really what it comes down to. Like, until that really gets patched or whatever the fuck, then I'm going to continuously keep going through the same emotions or same scenarios over and over. And I think that it's gonna get patched now because like I'm aware of it, and like this particular instance especially because me being on my first tour and this is a really big deal for me, you know what I'm saying? And even though I don't act like it is, you can tell like I put a lot of work in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And I've done a lot of things that I wasn't comfortable with doing, but I got better. I'm talking about like dancing wise, training wise, right? I had to learn 13 different dances, right? In 2 rehearsals, right? All I had was the videos and 2 rehearsals. And somehow I put blood, sweat, and tears in this bitch. I learned every dance. Everyone knows that choreography is not my shit. I'm a freestyle dancer at heart. That is my go-to. That's why they hired me. They like my flips. They like my stunts. They da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, if you want to be a dancer, a professional dancer, you have to learn choreography. That is mandatory, right? Unless your tricks are so impressive, you're like Circus Soleil or some shit. But at the end, you still got to be choreo. But with that being said, I put in mad work. And I'm like, it's not too much for me to ask for niggas to pop out for one show in the hometown that I'm in, right? Brooklyn, New York. I come out here, tell everybody, hey, show's on this day. Day comes, and everybody and their mother got an excuse or just doesn't say anything at all. I'm just like, wow, right? So, I don't know. I feel like if I had a show in Houston, but I didn't do it because I was here for a wedding. I felt like the people in Houston would have been more, it would have been at the show. It's just a feeling. This is all just speculation. The same thing could have happened, who knows? But judging based off their character, I think they would have popped out because they were asking like, oh, you're gonna be at the Houston show? When I came here, nobody asked me that. So I guess like this shift has already started to happen in like how I choose my friends now. But I guess coming back to Brooklyn, where I was born and raised and I kind of grew up in, kind of reminded me like there's just some shit that just don't change, right? It's just some shit that do not change, folks. And sometimes you just gotta leave it where it's at. And a lot of people's gonna be like, oh, that's ghosting, da-da-da-da-da, boom, 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 that's immature, talk to people. And it's like, bro, it comes to a point where it's like talking ain't even, I'm not a talker, bro. I say shit like once or twice, and that'll be about it. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap the video up. I'm not gonna make it long. I'm gonna holler at y'all.